Hey guys, I'm JD Ross. So last time I made a tutorial on how to install games on the Steam Deck, and that was through the Steam launcher. But today I'm going to teach you how to install games on the Steam Deck through Lutris. Now this is a disclaimer that I'm not a Linux expert, but I'm trying my best to teach what I know to my fellow Steam Deck users. So without further ado, let's start. So for the first step, let's go to the browser and search for Lutris. Click on download. Go to SteamOS and copy this code or command. Open console. Paste it. And then click enter. When this appears, I just choose the one that's at the bottom, which is 42, number 6. And then number 3. I usually just choose the one with the bigger number at the end. So I'm not an expert in Linux. I'm not gonna explain why is that. I guess just the bigger number. 3. And that's it. It says it's already installed because, well, I've already had it installed. And then go to discover. Search for Lutris. And then install. The next one, search for Proton Up and then install. Let's close this one. Let's open Proton Up. Okay, so here it is. Change this to Lutris flatpak and then add version. Make sure that this is set to 1GE and then the version to the latest one. And then click install. But I'm not going to click it because I've already had it installed, as you see. I'm just going to click cancel. Now let's open Lutris. Click plus. Add locally installed game. Name it whatever you want, but in my case I'm just going to name it Horizon. On the runner, click wine. Executable, just go to downloads or wherever your installer is and click setup.exe. Working directory is the folder of where the installer is. Oh, not that one, it's this one. And then wine prefix, go to browse, home. We're going to create a prefix folder. Name it whatever you want. In my case, I'm just gonna name it prefixes. And then inside prefixes, I'm going to make a prefix folder for Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a good practice to make individual prefix folder for each game because your dependencies that works well on a single game might break the others. And also the fact that there are games that requires a completely different 1G version, which is why it's a bad idea to have multiple games with different requirements on the same wine prefix. So in this case, I'm just also going to name it Horizon. Or, well, yeah, just Horizon. And then go back, click Horizon, and then OK. Go to the runner. Make sure that it's set to whatever wine version that you want to use. In my case, it's Lutris GE Proton 7-20 x86 64. And yeah, that's about it. Just gonna uncheck this so it's not confusing. This is what you're probably gonna see. Save. And then run or play. You're gonna see this for the first time, and that's fine. Okay, we're now going to install this. Install. Proceed. Now it doesn't really matter if you uncheck this or not because the desktop icons and their start menu icons is just going to be on your prefix folder. This desktop icon is not going to appear on your Steam Deck desktop. It's different. Now, the good thing about Lutris or Wine is that you don't have to do extra launch options, unlike on Steam, in order to access the microSD card like this. I have my D drive, which is my micro SD card. Click that. And then next. But as you see, I've already installed the game, so I'm just gonna have to click no. In your case, it's going to just install. I'm gonna go exit because I've already installed the game. So since I've installed the game, we're just gonna go and reconfigure this. Configure. Now you might want to change the name of your game to make it look good. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. And then executable. It's on my primary games, Horizon, and should be here, Horizon Zero Dawn.exe. Working directory is the folder of the game. And yeah, that's about it. You save. And we're gonna run it, but it's not going to run because Horizon Zero Dawn needs something else before it runs. Now you might get confused, there's two Horizon Zero Dawn here. This one is the one I bought from Steam. This one is a version. So just don't get confused why there's two. Okay? There are games that shows error dialogues, and that's good because then you know what to Google, right? But in the case of Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, it just does not launch at all. No errors at all. So we don't know what's happening. And I found out on Reddit that you need VC run. So how do we do that on Lutris? Click here. Click Wine Tricks. It might take a while sometimes. It's gonna look like it's not launching. There we go. You might wanna minimize Lutris so you don't have to click at the bottom every time. Click OK. Click the first option, which is install a Windows DLL or component. Now, there's a lot of dependencies that you might need on a game. Now, for the most commonly used ones, I'm going to list them on the description so you can experiment which one works on which game. In the case of Horizon Zero Dawn, it's just VC Run 2019. This is one of the most common dependencies that you're gonna need. And then click OK. Now it looks like something's not happening, and you'll know that it's all done when the Wine Tricks window comes back. If you're installing too many dependencies all at once, this Wine Tricks window might not come back at all, so as much as possible, try installing dependencies only a few at a time. So in this case, it came back. Just go and click cancel, and Lutris. Let's try and launch it. Play, and it should now launch the game. There we go, the game launched. Don't worry about controller support for now. It should work when you're playing it on the Steam Deck UI. On the desktop mode, it just might work. At least in the case of Horizon Zero Dawn, okay? So now that we know that it's working, the last thing we need to do is create a Steam shortcut so you can play it on the Steam Deck UI. But in this case, I'm not going to create a shortcut for Horizon Zero Dawn because I own the game. I'm going to do it for Cuphead. It's very easy. Just right click on your game, create Steam shortcut, and when you go back to Steam, you should have a shortcut. If it doesn't appear, just close your Steam or exit Steam and then open it again. There we go. Now we have a shortcut. And make sure that when you're in the Steam Deck UI, do not do this. Don't go here and then check this. No, don't do that. This is not your common Steam game. When you're running a game through Lutris and you create a shortcut from Lutris to Steam, you don't need to do that. You just create a shortcut and then play. That's it. And before we end the video, I just want to thank Derek for Real from Netherlands for helping me out with this tutorial. If you have any questions, just comment it down below. I'm gonna try to answer it as best as I can. You could also join my Discord server, which is going to be in the description. And let's hang out or help each other. So that's it. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.